I think people who have been, well, let me put it this way, who have not been listening to me long at all, really don't understand how sympathetic I am towards the situation we have in this country. You have to understand, the President of the United States of America is a professional liar. If his mouth is moving, he is lying. Same with all the other politicians. Now, hey, I understand it's a character trait, but understand this. I know that many of you people out there, you depend on health care, health insurance, simply because, now listen to me, don't get offended. You would not take personal responsibility in trying to take care of your own health. You won't do it. And rather than trying to do the things that is necessary in order to keep yourself healthy, rather than being sick, because, I had somebody tell me a long time ago, well, Pastordowell, it costs too much money to eat good like the way that you keep talking about eating and to stay healthy. I said, really? If that's the case, I understand that mindset, but I think there's something wrong with that mindset. I think it actually costs more money to be sick than to stay healthy. First of all, the biggest change you can do is, number one, is drink clean water. And of course, my number one recommendation is buy you a distiller. Drink distilled water. And then my number two recommendation is reverse osmosis. And then, from there, what I would do is I would start trying to do my best to grow as much as my own food as I can possible, using compost as a source in order to, enrich your soil. I'm telling you, it's a lot of labor. It's easy. You see how dependent the system has made us? Right now, I'm coming from Kentucky. I just left a Mennonite community up here in Kentucky. And it's a little store that actually gets non-GMO wheat. Organic, I actually have to drive all the way up here to buy non-GMO organic wheat flour. Unbleached wheat flour. Do you understand what I mean? And a 50-pound bag. I think today I paid, it was $26.50 for a 50-pound bag. Now, that's not only gas coming, getting it time and everything else and then paying for it, but, we eat homemade bread at Straightway. All of our sisters at Straightway know how to make homemade bread. And we eat homemade bread on a daily basis. And we don't eat that stuff in the store unless we have like events like GOTS or something like that when we're pressed for time and stuff. But, we have food. It's what you put into your body that is going to determine your health. And it's the things you allow yourself to be exposed to that's going to determine your health. Because a lot of times people have mental problems and it erodes their health. They're not familiar with that because the churches don't talk like that and they will not talk like that. But you need to understand that if health care is you being personally responsible for your own livelihood, your own health, and not depending upon the system or anybody else, especially those who train you to be subordinate to it, to actually try to define you what health is. After all, what they call health care is you being pumped up full of synthetic drugs, something that your body really can't assimilate anyway, and it does nothing but tap your major organs. That's what they call health care. Pumping you up with synthetic drugs, chemical drugs and stuff. That's what they call health care. And they tell you that you need that stuff really bad. Again, I believe that the physicians and them, they have the proper place, proper time, place that they need to be. I just got finished buying a whole bunch of hand sanitizer. Usually don't do that. We're coming up in the winter months, and usually at the community, we fare pretty good. We fare pretty well as far as sicknesses goes. The only time we ever get really sick as a community is when people who don't live on the community come and visit the community and they bring whatever they have outside of the community onto our community, and it passes around because we live so much in close proximity to each other. But we always do the things we can to make sure we keep our immune system strong, but not everybody out there on the community actually gets sick. There's some people that are basically, what you call sickly on almost a quarterly basis. Then there's some people like myself don't get sick at all. And if we do, it's every once in a while, every blue moon, because we're taking personal responsibility. Health care is you caring for your own health and not depending upon somebody else to do it for you. Make changes in your life. Change your food. Death by the spoon is what's happening in this country. Change the way you eat. Well, Pastordowell, we don't got time to do all that now. Well, it's because you won't make time, because it's labor. You have to understand this society has taught us how to be lazy. This society has taught us that, okay, when we get finished doing so-called 9 to 5, we can go to the grocery store, buy up all the chemicals and everything, pump them into our body, sit down in front of the TV, and then do the same routine again for the next 30 years. And we think we've lived and we think we've done something. We think we contributed stuff. And then next thing you know, our substance, our livelihood, our home, everything is in jeopardy. Because if you go out there to this system and stuff, they're going to get whatever you got. If you're sick, they're going to get it. One way or the other, they're going to take your assets from you. So you have to make an adjustment in your life. You have to change the way you think if you expect change to come. Anyway, I hope you have a good day. I'm heading back home.